I can't overstate how immersive virtual reality is. And Batman Arkham VR is one of the most immersive games available on PSVR. It can feel more like an experience than a game at times, and that's okay. I feel like developers are just beginning to dip their toes into what's possible with virtual reality. And we're going to see even more engaging experiences in the future. For this review, I want to focus on story, graphics and immersion, gameplay, and then I'll have some final thoughts at the end. As far as the story goes, this game opens with an event that I've seen countless of times, but this is the first time that I've truly experienced it. It seems like someone's made a law against telling a Batman story without including the death of his parents, so it can get old. It's almost a here we go again feeling every time I see it. But in Batman Arkham VR, I am young Bruce. After my mother leans down and tells me that it's okay, that my father was probably a little scared too, a robber rounds the corner and demands our cash and jewelry. Martha says, "Stay behind me, Bruce." But I can't help but peer around to see what's going on. Even though I know I am not Bruce and that I'm not actually watching anyone die, it doesn't seem to matter. It's one of the most intense things I've experienced as a gamer. I hear the gunshot and see my father fall to the ground, followed closely by another shot taking my mother from me as well. Then I come face to creepy face with their killer. This is just the first of many moments in this game that almost made me want to look away. There's still something about having a person or a creature or anything right in your face inside the virtual world that just creeps me out a little. You wake up after this scene and realize it was a dream. You're in Wayne Manor, and the story takes off from there. Alfred clues you in as to what has happened, and you set off to find Nightwing and Robin. Now, I won't spoil the story for you. I'll just say that if you're a fan of the Arkham games, you will enjoy this one. When it comes to graphics and immersion, this is a beautiful game, made ever more so by the fact that you are the Dark Knight. You are inside this world. When the hidden elevator lowers you down from the ground floor of Wayne Manor, and you can feel the movement. You feel like you're actually being lowered down. Honestly, the coolest thing I've done in virtual reality so far is putting on the Batsuit and equipping my utility belt with gadgets. When you look into the mirror and Batman is staring back at you, you move your hands a little, you lean in and out, you move side to side just to make sure it's really you. Then you realize you are actually Batman. After suiting up, you're lowered down even further, and the claustrophobic elevator shaft opens up to a wide open bat cave. It's a living, breathing place. Bats flying around, water cascades down the rocks. All of your high-tech equipment is scattered throughout. It's a dream come true for Batman fans. And throughout the story, the different environments make you feel completely immersed in this world. Looking up at structures from the ground, you get a true sense of scale, and standing on fire escapes or rooftops may actually give you a slight case of vertigo. Gotham City is impressive. I do want to mention that I played through this when I first purchased my PSVR on the original PlayStation 4. Then I played through it again to capture gameplay for this review on the PS4 Pro. And there are a few differences. The game loads faster, and the graphics are sharper on the Pro. Reading text on the clipboards and other items that I picked up was much easier this time around. I have not been disappointed with my purchase of the PS4 Pro. I'm having a better VR experience all around because of it. When it comes to gameplay, some may be turned off by the style. You are the Dark Knight, but you are only allowed to experience what it's like to be the world's greatest detective. With a Move controller in each hand, everything is instantly intuitive. The tracking is spot on, and grabbing items using the triggers feels very natural. At first I was a little disappointed that this was the only aspect of Batman that you got to experience in this world. But when I think about it, I don't know that I would want to play a full Arkham game in virtual reality. I'd wear myself out very quickly if I had to perform all my own martial arts, though I might could use the workout. It would have been awesome, though, to be able to fly the Batwing or drive the Batmobile. But for this game, I understand why Rocksteady made the choices they did. You can't even walk freely. You look at an area, and push the move button to instantly zoom to that spot. Playing through Arkham VR made me think of the old point-and-click adventures like Myst. Now, just as a side thought, how awesome would Myst VR be? This may seem like a negative, but it works well here. And remember that the gameplay has most likely been designed this way to keep you from getting motion sickness. We'll be given more freedom as time passes and developers learn more effective techniques for minimizing sickness. Also, VR players will begin to develop a tolerance for more. So we might eventually get to punch, kick, and soar from gargoyle to gargoyle one day in an Arkham game. Batman Arkham VR is a must-have. Sure, it can feel like a proof of concept at times, but there are some pretty cool concepts here. It takes advantage of everything VR has to offer to bring you into Gotham City like never before. I want to thank you for taking the time to watch this review, and if you haven't already, I hope you get the chance to don the cowl for yourself very soon.